Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jeff from Condo Spaces. Okay, just a quick check-in, kind of a bit of a market update, and then I wanted to show you guys something I've been working on in the first couple weeks of the new year. First of all, happy 2020. Year us off to a good start. Seattle's been very interesting the last 2 or 3 weeks. There's been a tremendous pickup in market activity, and I think this is going to stay. You've probably seen the Seattle Times article, the Puget Sound Business Journal. They both referenced a very, very good December and what appears to be kind of a forecast into what will be a really, really healthy spring this year. I've noticed a big uptick in activity at my project at Wallingford 45. I think we're up to our third or fourth sale here in the last couple weeks. So we just have 19 units, 20 units left to sell. But this year, guys, as I mentioned before, I'm just going to try to get in front of you a little bit more often. I want to show you guys something that I've been working on. I'm pretty excited about it. It's the Seattle Lofts to consider right now in 2020. So you can kind of see here. I'll try to show you as much as I can. What's interesting, though, about this and kind of relative to what I was just telling you with the market improving, we're seeing multiple offers again, and things are absorbing very quickly. So when a unit comes on, it's taking less time to sell than it was here just a few months ago, and certainly much better than it was, a year or so ago. So what you guys should be prepared for is seeing units come on and trade pretty quickly. I'll give you an example. We just started producing this little graphic here in the last, I'd say 5 or 6 days. Well, during the process of me getting ready to get this up on the video, one of these units is already sold. So I'm going to go through them one by one just so you guys can kind of get a feel for each one of these lofts and why you might want to consider it. But these are 4 lofts that you might want to consider for this year if you're out there looking. One is, look, it's a listing of mine. It's number 1 in the list, mainly because it's the most expensive. But so in price order, it's listed for $175. I've told you guys about this before. It's called Mero Place. Really, really cool building. So obviously one that I think that you guys should consider. It's an exceptional unit. Number 2 is at East Lake Condos and Lofts. So some of you guys might be familiar with this project. East Lake is kind of just north of the city. And where you have South Lake Union, it runs up the east side of Lake Union, and it's at Lynn and East Lake Ave. Really cool building, boutique building. It was built in 2007, had a really, really wide popular following when it came to market just because it was such a unique build out. Many of those owners actually bought, just prior to the recession. So this building has seen kind of a number of different storylines there. Some people that purchased and had to short sell their unit, but historically over time, it's really kind of held its character and the demand for this type of product. So one to consider. Number 2 is at East Lake Lofts. It's listed by Rena Ritchie at Windermere East Lake. Give her a little credit. Number 3 on the list. Okay, so this one's interesting. So this is actually a co-op, and it's right at Union and Madison in Capitol Hill. So some of you guys are familiar with that loft that I sold here a few months ago, 1310 Lofts, which is incredible. It's the one that I sold this summer. This is right there in that neighborhood. But what's interesting about it is it's actually a co-op. Architecture, dancer, artist, engineer, somebody that's going to use it as kind of a live workspace. But it's very, very cool. It has exposed timber beam ceilings. It kind of has like this expansive layout. Really kind of a cool, traditional kind of elevated loft space. And then it looks like, according to the broker, Claudia Verena at Gerard Beatty and Knapp, she had a couple other things to say in the marketing remarks, what makes it sound pretty compelling, and it looks to be like a pretty cool space. So I wanted to show you guys that. I actually haven't been in this space, but I'm very familiar with the location, and maybe someone out there that wants to track down a loft commercially, this could be a good fit. Now, number 4 on the list, this is a bummer. It's good for Roger Morris, the guy that with Windermere Greenwood who sold it, but it would have been fun for you guys to see. It's very affordable, $665,000 loft at Firehouse 25. This is like this insane project in Capitol Hill. I've talked about it on the blog like maybe 5 or 6 years ago when there was a unit on the market then. But it's a converted firehouse right in the heart of Capitol Hill, and so this particular unit would have been really, really cool to see. It's a little over 850 square feet. And it appears at 1 bedroom, 1.5 bath that it might have went under contract at or around $665,000. So it'll be kind of interesting to see where that one actually sells for. So anyway, guys, here's 4 lofts to consider in the market here as we move forward. There's a couple of the ones that hit. And I try to update you guys on some of the new inventory on Twitter or every once in a while on our Instagram page. But hopefully you took some value from this. I'm going to post the ways that you can find these units down below. If you liked the video, hit the like button for me. Thought it was good just to kind of check in and give you guys an update on what's going on in the Seattle market. And moving forward, you'll see more pieces like this just to kind of continue to show you what's happening in the Seattle market. And we'll try to track what's going on through this spring and how hot the market actually is. But I suspect the Seattle market will be pretty active, not just this spring, but throughout the entire year, all the way through the election. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you around.